All right, Zenith, you continue to stay with us. Also joining us on the phone line is Major General G.D. Bakshi. Many thanks for joining us here on this live broadcast on Republic. We'd like to understand from you clearly, with this meeting that the Separatists are planning, this gives out a clear message of how rattled they are after NIA's big crackdown.
Of course they are rattled. They have actually been taken up for the first time of their very cozy existence. You know, a little bit of background is essential for the people of our country to know what this group has been up to. You know, way back in the 1980s, they started off as the Jamaat-e-Islami, and they undertook a concerted program to communalize, Wahhabize the valley and, to destroy Sufi syncretic culture and set the base for the armed struggle. 1990, they morphed into the JKLF and carried out the armed struggle for about 5 years till their back was broken. In this period, they also ensured the ethnic cleansing of the Kashmiri Pandit community. 4.5 lakh of them were pushed out of the valley, and then when their back was broken in 1995, many were killed, some became the Ikhwanis, and the other became the Hurriyat. The Hurriyat, the overground political arm of the Separatists. Thereafter, they have become the primary, channels for the funneling of money into the terrorist struggle in J&K. As it is, sociologically, they belong to the Khwaja trader combined. These traders are the people who carry out the cross-LAC trade, and they have been under-invoicing to receive huge quantities of money for the cross-border trade that goes on. They have been getting it via the Hawala. As you are aware, 23 locations were raided in the last few days, and these include locations in the valley, about 14 to 15 of them, locations in Delhi, in Chandni Chowk, as also in Haryana and Gurgaon, which have been the basis of the Hawala rackets. And they have been in mass.
So also, what's your assumption on this? You think the Jammu and Kashmir government is going to allow, the state government is going to allow this meeting to happen?
They should not. They should not. I am actually quite surprised as to why these people have not been put behind the bars in Tihar jail. Why are they being still mollycoddled? I think it's about time that all of them need to be behind the bars in the Tihar jails outside Jammu and Kashmir, because analysis of the payments made have shown how they have also paid money to the jail staff in Jammu and Kashmir. They should not be incarcerated there. They should be taken out to jails in Delhi and South India, if most preferably.
Sir, but you think with the kind of leads that the NIA has got in the 2 days that it's carried the raids across these 3 states, you think this will lead to stronger steps that the forces will be able to take, or that the government will be able to take against all these people who are trying to instigate terror in the valley?
I think the NIA is doing a yeoman service. They have very systematically been trying to collect the evidence which will help us in court to prosecute these anti-nationals. And they are doing a fine job. But I do think, in my wisdom, I think we already have adequate evidence with us to nail these traitors and anti-national people who have been funding the burning of schools, who have been funding programs of stone melting, and who every tourist season make it a point to disrupt the tourist season by issuing calendars of stone melting so that the children can't study, the tourists can't come, the economy of Jammu and Kashmir takes a hit, especially the poor people, the chitarawalas, the boatmen, the traders, the shopkeepers.
Yes.
All of them take a big hit. The people who act as the porter, poniwalas, the poor segment of society takes a big hit.
Right.
While these Hurriyat people have built palatial mansions and sent their children abroad to study. They push the children of the poor Kashmiris onto the streets to pelt stones in the fond hope that some will get killed or wounded.
Right.
And give them
Right,
more
Major General G.D. Bakshi.
Yes, sir. Violent.
Many thanks, sir, for joining us on this broadcast. Also, we are being joined by Brigadier Ponwar right now on this live broadcast. Thank you for talking to Republic. We'd like to understand from you, clearly this gives us a strong signal of the fact of how rattled the Hurriyat is at this time, that they have to call for this meeting after NIA's big crackdown.
I'd like to set it out there that the population is the center of gravity in any counter-terrorist or counter-insurgency operation. In Jammu and Kashmir, somehow the Hurriyat parties and their allies have been able to establish good relations with the traders, with the business people, to handle out the money and lots of money for the terrorist organization. As we were mentioning in the past, that the root cause of terrorism, the roots of terrorism which lie in money racket and the population giving support and giving houses and other security intelligence information of the security forces, how they can attack force and establish ambush sites to fire onto convoys. Now that has been tackled because by the NIA, we have gone to the roots of the terrorist organization, the very place from where all the money information comes from. As a result, the population is totally concerned to which side to go. We have now got enough information of all the exercises down the line from Srinagar going down south over to Delhi and York and places like Retd and the various activists who have been carrying out some kind of sport and very, very shockingly, some political parties have joined hands here, make out some other banks and some other organization going against government. Which is a very serious thing.
Brigadier Ponwar, also ever since this crackdown has happened, there has been no reaction from the state government, and the big question really here is, will the state government allow this meeting to happen?
The state government, as a matter of fact, is responsible for the law and order situation within the state. And law and order includes preempting any law and order taking place. It must preempt this, that if such a meeting takes place, it could result in, population rising again, because a lot of brainwashing has been done on this stuff, but those stones, dislike them, hate this person. That mindset has got to change. We have a very strong mission ahead in Jammu and Kashmir.
Brigadier Ponwar and Major General G.D. Bakshi, many thanks to both you gentlemen for joining us on this live broadcast on Republic and sharing your views.